Well, it's me. I'm doing another video because my last video failed faster than the XFL. Now, this is my Night of Champions 2010 prediction video. Now, Night of Champions is pretty much stacked. I think the only match that hasn't been announced has been the tag title match. I'll get to that in a sec, of possibly the opponents for Hart Dynasty. But anyway, let's first start off with the Unified Women's Championship Lumberjill match, when we have Melina versus either Mcool or Layla. I don't know who's gonna be. Haven't checked out the spoilers or anything, but my guess is probably gonna be Mcool. I mean, Mcool hasn't wrestled on a pay-per-view in a long time, so my guess probably Mcool. And to me, if you're WWE, I mean, who's a better wrestler, Mcool or Layla? Put Mcool in there. It'll be a better match. I don't really honestly care who wins this match. It's just I don't know. I mean, I guess I could see Melina winning it. I think she should, just because of the fact that Michelle and Laycool have had the belts for so damn long. It's just like, enough already. Please, let's move on, shall we? So yeah, that's with that. I think Melina is gonna win, and she'll be the unified, I guess you could say, women's champion. Next, you got the Intercontinental Championship match between Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. And remember the stipulation, you guys. If Dolph Ziggler loses by countout or disqualification, he loses the IC title. So basically, Dolph Ziggler's got to win cleanly, or he will not leave Night of Champions, the Intercontinental Champion. Now, this one's kind of a hard one to pick, because it seems like lately that Vicky Guerrero's upset at Dolph Ziggler because Dolph Ziggler, what he did on NXT with Caitlyn, whatever, and she's just like all, upset at him. So, I think Dolph Ziggler should, and I think will win. I think he has to win it cleanly. I think Vicky might distract Kofi or something, might distract him. Not cause of disqualification, but distract him, and then Ziggler will either hit the sleeper hold or zigzag. Then 1, 2, 3, your winner, and still Intercontinental Champion, Dolph Ziggler. Next, you have the tag title match, which we don't know officially, but this is just a guess. Obviously the Hart Dynasty will be defending it, and I think they're probably going to defend it against Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. I know a couple weeks ago, I think it was the 900th episode of Raw, they tried to determine the #1 contender, and that didn't happen. But I keep hearing WWE is really interested in this Drew McIntyre Cody Rhodes tag team, and to be honest with you, I kind of like the idea of Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. They're both cocky, they're both arrogant, so it just goes perfect right then and there. So I think they could be a really good two young guys that are could be a really good stable. So yeah, we'll see how that works, and if that does happen, I do expect the Hart Dynasty to drop the belts. So I think, if it does happen, your winner and new tag team champions, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. Next, you have the United States Championship match between The Miz defending it against Daniel Bryan. Now, I'm pretty iffy about this match, because I know this is probably going to be a really good match if they get a good amount of time. But here's the thing. At first I was thinking, alright, Daniel Bryan. Now I'm thinking, it's just really a toss-up, you guys. I mean, I could see possibly The Miz beating, Daniel Bryan, in a dirty way, not cleanly. And then it continue on at Hell in a Cell. And, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think The Miz is going to beat Daniel Bryan at Night of Champions. They're going to face each other at Hell in a Cell. Daniel Bryan's going to win at Hell in a Cell. Then possibly The Miz is going to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase that same night. And, kind of did what remember what Edge did? Well, Edge didn't use Money in the Bank last year at No Way Out. But, you know what I mean? Kind of the opportunist way. He lost the WWE title. Then later on that night, he became world champion. Kind of like that, except for, The Miz has a briefcase and Edge did at the time. He had Vicky Guerrero. But yeah, so that could happen. But it's either way. I won't be surprised if Daniel Bryan wins. Then again, I won't be surprised if The Miz wins. So again, guys, it's a prediction. Doesn't mean it's necessarily going to happen. It's not a guarantee. So yeah, that's that. And you got this non-title match, right? We have a non-title match that is called Night of Champions. The Big Show versus CM Punk. Now, this is just, to be honest with you, I think this is just to be a time killer, to be honest with you. I'm not really interested that much in this feud. I mean, it's not really much of a feud. It's not even that great. You know, it seems like the Big Show's been burying CM Punk for the longest time. I think it's finally CM Punk's time to, you know, step up to the plate and just, you know, end the Big Show right there. I don't care what you do, the Anaconda Vice, the GTS, something. But, yeah, the Big Show might win, but hopefully, CM Punk will beat the Big Show, and then we could take CM Punk more seriously again. And I think this would be a good idea because, you know, now that CM Punk, and you know, I know it's not official, the Stratus Society is over, but it's kind of going to that way, and I think it's good because, it's, in my opinion, I think the Stratus Society was pulling CM Punk back. So yeah, the winner, CM Punk. Next, you got the World Heavyweight Championship match between The Undertaker versus Kane for the World Heavyweight Championship, which I believe is a no-holds-barred match. Now, this I've loved this feud because this actually has a build-up. You know, unlike most of the matches here, this actually really does have a good build-up, and you know, this has history. You know, WWE's been telling us, oh, ever since Kane debuted, you know, he's had a thing for The Undertaker. You know, remember, guys, when Kane debut, he came, interrupted The Undertaker's Hell in a Cell match, gave him a tombstone, and you know, we all saw what happened after there. So, I don't know, WWE. I think WWE should let Kane win this match. I think Kane will win this match and retain the World Heavyweight Championship. I think possibly by Hell in a Cell, The Undertaker's gonna win it just because of the fact it's Hell in a Cell and The Undertaker. So yeah, I think Kane will win this match and still be the World Heavyweight Championship. But I think it'll be a really good match. And last but not least, we have the WWE Championship, the six-pack challenge between Sheamus, Randy Orton, John Cena, Edge, Chris Jericho, and did I say Wade Barrett? I think I said Wade Barrett. Anyway, you guys know who it is. It's Chris Jericho and all them. But yeah, and it's, remember guys, it's elimination style. So yeah, it's iffy because let's break it down, shall we, real quick. Wade Barrett winning it, maybe, I don't know. John Cena, if he wins it, I'll freaking riot, because it makes no sense at all. Edge winning it, no, because he's probably going to go to SmackDown. Jericho, same reason. Randy Orton, it's a good possibility. Sheamus, it's also a really good possibility. So it's either, to me, Sheamus or Randy Orton. It's kind of like the Undertaker and Kane match. I expect seeing Sheamus retaining the title, WWE title, at Night of Champions, and I think he'll probably lose it to Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell. So yeah, so your winner and still WWE champion, Sheamus. So anyway, guys, real quick wrap up this video. Those are my predictions for this Sunday's Night of Champions pay-per-view. You know, I'm not totally excited for this pay-per-view, but I think it'll be better than SummerSlam. The card at least looks better than SummerSlam, and you know, I think it should be really good. You know, not really good. I think it should be good, but you know, anyway, we'll see what happens. Alright, guys? Tell me if you guys are excited about Night of Champions, and if you want, even type in your predictions on the bottom in the comments down below. Alright? See you guys later. Peace!